Let me save you years of confusion in the next 10 minutes. I don't care if you've got a jawline carved by Greek architects. I don't care if you're 6'2" with abs that could grate cheese. I don't care if your barber deserves a Nobel Prize. None of that matters. Because there are 7 silent mistakes that kill attraction faster than you can type a text message. And here's what makes them dangerous. Most guys have absolutely no idea they're doing them. They think they're being nice. They think they're being attentive. They think they're showing her they care. Nah. What they're actually doing is watching her attraction drain out of the room like someone pulled the plug on a bathtub. And they're standing there confused, wondering why she lost interest out of nowhere. It wasn't out of nowhere, brother. It was one of these 7 things. Probably more than one. So today, I'm going to walk you through every single one. Not to make you feel bad, but because once you see these patterns, you can never unsee them. And your results with women will change almost overnight. Looking good will get you noticed, but your vibe, your energy, your presence, that's what makes her stay. And if your vibe is off, your face won't save you, your body won't save you, your car won't save you. Nothing will. Let's get into it. Mistake number 1, the panic over texting. Picture this. You send a girl a simple text. Maybe it's a joke, maybe it's a little tease, something short, something playful. And then you look at it, and your brain, your beautiful, anxious, overthinking brain goes, wait, what if she takes that the wrong way? What if she thinks I'm being rude? What if she thinks I don't like her? What if, and before you know it, you've sent 87 extra sentences trying to clarify one text that didn't need clarifying. Haha, I was just kidding, by the way. Like, I didn't mean it in a bad way. I actually think you're really cool. Sorry if that came off weird. Are you there? Brother, stop. You know what she reads when she sees that wall of text? She doesn't read your words. She reads your energy. And your energy is screaming, I am terrified of losing you. Please don't leave. Please still like me. That's not attractive. That is the energy of a man who doesn't trust himself, a man who is so afraid of being misunderstood that he'll bury his own personality under a pile of disclaimers just to feel safe. And here's the thing, women are incredibly perceptive. They don't need you to explain yourself 7 times. If your original text was fine, it was fine. Your panic isn't protecting the connection, it's destroying it. The fix is simple. Say what you mean, say it once, say it clean. Then put the phone down and go live your life. If she misunderstands, you can address it later, like a calm, grounded adult. But 9 times out of 10, she understood you perfectly. You were the only one panicking. One message, clean, simple, done. Move on. Mistake number 2, having unlimited free time. Let me describe a guy and you tell me if you know him. Actually, you tell me if you are him. She texts, he replies in 0.2 seconds every single time. Doesn't matter if it's 2 p.m. on a Tuesday and he should be working. Doesn't matter if he's at the gym. Doesn't matter if he's with his boys. The phone buzzes and everything stops. She says, hey, want to hang out tonight? He had plans. He was going to the gym with his best friend. They'd planned it all week. Yeah, I'm free. What time? Plans? What plans? His whole calendar just got reformatted around one girl he met 9 days ago. Listen to me carefully. Women do not get attracted to men with unlimited free time. And I know that sounds counterintuitive. You think being available shows you're interested. You think it shows you care. But what it actually shows is that you have no purpose, no momentum, no life that exists outside of her. And that is deeply unattractive, not because she's cruel, but because on a fundamental level, women are drawn to men who are building something, men who have a direction, men whose time actually means something because they're investing it into goals, passions, friendships, growth. When you drop everything the second she calls, you're not showing devotion. You're showing her that nothing else in your life matters enough to hold your attention. And if nothing else matters, then honestly, you don't matter either. Not in the way that creates real attraction. Have a life that you'd be excited about even if she disappeared tomorrow. That's the foundation. That's the energy that pulls women in and keeps them. Be interested in her, absolutely, but never be so available that she starts to wonder if you have anything else going on, because she will wonder, and the answer better be yes. Mistake number 3, dropping compliments like confetti. You're so pretty. 3 minutes later, honestly, you're really cute.
12 minutes later, has anyone ever told you how beautiful your eyes are? 20 minutes later, sorry, I just can't stop looking at you. Brother, you're not being sweet, you're being obsessed, and she can feel the difference in her bones. Here's what happens when you compliment a woman every 12 minutes. You create a dynamic, and it's not the one you want. The dynamic you're creating is she is the goddess on the pedestal, and you are the lucky peasant who can't even believe he's allowed to breathe the same air. That's the frame. And once that frame is set, it's almost impossible to build real attraction, because attraction requires some level of equality, some level of, I chose you, but I didn't need to choose you. When you're showering her with compliments non-stop, you're telling her loudly that you need her way more than she needs you. And I know your heart is in the right place. You genuinely think she's beautiful, and you want her to know that. I respect that. But here's the rule. One meaningful, specific, well-timed compliment will do more for you than 10 thirsty ones ever could. Instead of, you're so pretty for the 14th time, try something like, the way you just told that story, the way your whole face lit up. That was genuinely captivating. See the difference? That's a compliment that shows you're actually paying attention, not just staring at her face and short-circuiting. One compliment that lands is worth more than 100 that float. Make them count, make them rare, and make them real. Mistake number 4, the ego flex. Yeah, so I just got promoted last month. Third one in 2 years, actually. Oh, and I just put a down payment on a new car. Nothing crazy, just a BMW. Oh, you work out? Yeah, I bench 275. Been lifting since I was 16. Let me ask you something. Have you ever been around someone who wouldn't stop talking about how great they are? How did it feel? Exhausting, right? Almost suffocating. Like they weren't even talking to you, they were performing at you. That's exactly what women feel when you show up and start flexing your resume like she's sitting there with a clipboard keeping score. Achievement unlocked. Has a car, plus 10 attraction points. That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. When you flex like that, you're not communicating success. You're communicating that you desperately need her to be impressed. You're saying, please validate me. Please tell me I'm enough. Please look at what I've built so you'll think I'm worthy. And that need for validation, that kills attraction instantly. Because a woman doesn't want a man who needs her approval. She wants a man who already approves of himself. You know what's actually attractive? Being real, being grounded, even being a little bit vulnerable. Something like, yeah, I've been trying to learn how to cook lately. I'm at the stage where I can make 3 things without setting off the smoke alarm, so honestly, I'm calling that progress. That's attractive. You know why? Because it's real. It's a man who is secure enough to admit that he's not perfect, to laugh at himself, and to not need her to think he's some flawless machine. Confidence isn't about proving you're the best. Confidence is being completely comfortable even when you're not the best. That's the energy women fall for, not the highlight reel, the real guy behind it. Mistake number 5. Making her your emotional babysitter. This one is important, so listen closely. Are you mad at me? Did I do something wrong? You seem off today. Is it because of what I said earlier? Hey, you haven't texted me for 2 hours. Is everything okay with us? If you recognize yourself in any of those sentences, I need you to hear this with love. You are making her your emotional babysitter, and it is exhausting her. Every time her vibe shifts, maybe she had a bad day at work, maybe she's tired, maybe she's just existing as a normal human being with a range of emotions, and your immediate response is to panic and ask if you did something wrong. You are essentially placing the entire weight of your emotional stability on her shoulders. You are essentially saying, I cannot feel okay unless I know you are okay with me. That is a massive burden to place on another person, and women lose attraction fast when they feel emotionally responsible for a man, when they feel like they have to constantly manage his feelings, reassure him, calm him down, convince him everything is fine. She doesn't want to be your therapist. She doesn't want to be your emotional support system. She wants to be your partner. And partners are 2 people who can each handle their own emotional weight. So what do you do instead? Handle your emotions on your own first. Feel the anxiety, acknowledge it, sit with it, journal about it, talk to a friend, talk to an actual therapist. Do whatever you need to do to process it internally. And then, if something genuinely needs to be addressed in the relationship, bring it up from a place of calm strength, not panicked desperation. There's a massive difference between a man who says, "Hey, I noticed things felt a little off between us. I wanted to check in," and a man who says, "Are you mad at me? What did I do? Please tell me what I did." Same topic, completely different energy. One is a grounded man initiating a conversation. The other is a boy begging for reassurance. Be the first one. Mistake number 6. The silent NPC personality switch. Okay, picture this. A guy is with his boys, he's cracking jokes, he's loud, he's animated, he's doing impressions, he's roasting everyone at the table.
He's the life of the group. Then a girl walks in. He becomes a completely different person. Silent, stiff, robotic, like someone pressed pause on his entire personality. He just stands there like a background character in a video game, a non-playable character, an NPC just existing in the scene, waiting for someone to interact with him. And here's the worst part. He thinks he's playing it cool. He thinks being quiet and mysterious is working. It's not, because women aren't stupid. They sense the switch. They see you being one person with your friends and a completely different person around them. And their immediate reaction is, this isn't real. This guy is performing. Which version is the real him? Can I even trust this? And the answer their gut gives them is no. They can't trust it. Because authenticity is one of the most attractive traits a human being can have. And you just proved you don't have it. You just showed her that her presence is enough to make you abandon your entire identity. That's not mysterious. That's insecure. The fix? Stay the exact same guy. If you're loud and goofy with your boys, be loud and goofy when she walks in. If you're the guy who does terrible impressions and laughs at his own jokes, be that guy. That's the guy your friends love. That's the guy who's actually fun to be around. That's the guy she would fall for if you'd ever let her meet him. Stop shape-shifting the second an attractive woman enters the room. She doesn't want the curated, sanitized, safe version of you. She wants the real one. Even if the real one is a little weird. Especially if the real one is a little weird. Weird is memorable. Boring is forgettable. Give her the real you. Mistake number 7. Having zero boundaries with your time. You make plans with her for Friday night. You clear your schedule, you get ready, you're genuinely looking forward to it. At 6:47 p.m., 13 minutes before you're supposed to meet, your phone buzzes. Hey, something came up. Can we rain check? And what does the average guy say? It's okay, no worries at all. We can reschedule whenever works for you. No, stop that. I understand you think that response makes you look easygoing, laid back, cool, but what it actually communicates is, my time has no value. You can do whatever you want with it, and I will never hold you accountable. Walk all over me. I'll smile while you do it. And here's the truth that a lot of guys don't want to hear. A woman cannot be attracted to a man she doesn't respect. It's practically impossible. Those two things are wired together. And when you show her that your time, your plans, and your boundaries mean nothing, she loses respect. And when respect goes, attraction follows it right out the door. Now, does this mean you blow up on her? Absolutely not. Does this mean you get passive-aggressive and petty? No. It means you set a calm, clear boundary like a grown man. Something like, all good, things happen, just let me know a little earlier next time so I can plan around it. That's it. That's all you need. One sentence, no drama, no anger, no guilt trip. But that one sentence tells her something critical. It tells her, I value my time. I was willing to spend it on you, and I expect the same respect in return. That is attractive. That's the energy of a man who has standards, a man who likes her, yes, but who will never abandon his self-respect to keep her comfortable. Boundaries aren't walls. Boundaries are the proof that you take yourself seriously. And if you don't take yourself seriously, why would she? All right, let me bring this all together. 7 mistakes. Let's run through them one more time. 1. Panic over texting. Say it once, say it clean, move on. 2. Unlimited free time. Have a life that matters with or without her. 3. Compliment confetti. One real one beats 10 thirsty ones. 4. The ego flex. Stop performing, start being real. 5. Emotional babysitting. Handle your emotions before you hand them to her. 6. The NPC Personality Switch. Be the same guy no matter who walks in the room. 7. Zero boundaries.
Respect your own time, and she will too. Here's the thing. None of these fixes require you to be taller. None of them require you to be richer. None of them require you to change your face or your body or your bank account. Every single one of these is about your energy, your vibe, the way you carry yourself, the way you show up in the world. And the beautiful thing about energy, you can change it, starting today, starting right now, starting with the very next conversation you have. You don't need to become someone else. You need to become more of who you already are, without the fear, without the performing, without the people-pleasing. The version of you that's grounded, that has a life, that speaks with intention, that holds boundaries calmly, that doesn't chase validation. That guy is already in there. He's just been buried under habits that were never serving you. So dig him out. Now, if this video hit you in the chest the way I think it did, do me a favor. Smash that like button. Not for the algorithm, although that helps, but for every like tells me this message is landing with the right people. If you're new here, subscribe and hit the bell. I put out videos like this every week. Real, no fluff advice on how to become the kind of man that women are naturally drawn to. No tricks, no manipulation, just grounded, honest self-improvement. And drop a comment below. Tell me which of these 7 mistakes hit the hardest. Which one did you realize you've been doing? I read every single comment, and I want to hear from you. And if you know a buddy who needs to hear this, you know the one. Send him this video. Sometimes the best thing a brother can do is share the truth. I'll see you in the next one. Stay grounded. Stay sharp.